Name game.
Hello, everybody. Hello and welcome. It is I, Trooper SJP, and this is the Acme Foxhole. And I have to tell you, um, so here's the thing. Darth Kuno. I was ready to go at like 10:05 or I guess 1:05 would be the Eastern equivalent. And I was like, okay, everything's all set up. Let me go. And I pressed my button because I usually have the my OBS set up on the chat screen, not the starting soon screen, so that I can just make sure everything is working. And that's cool. And I enjoy doing that, and everything is fine with our lives. And I was like, great. And so then I pressed the button to go to game just to test to see everything is working out well. And then if it is, I'm like, cool. And then I'll go to starting screen, and then I'll take us live, and then we're all good. And pressed the game button, and it didn't swap again. And I was like, what? And remember, was it last Thursday? Was it last Thursday? Or was it last Saturday? I don't remember now. Hey, Prax, how are you? I don't remember. I don't remember now what day it was, which session it was. It was either Saturday or it was Thursdays, one of those 2 days where I was, it was last Saturday, wasn't it? It was last Saturday, I think, where I was like, oh no, why is this not working? No, wait. No, it was last Saturday. Anyway, it wasn't working. And I was like, this is weird. And I was like, oh no. So then it wasn't working today. I think it must have been last Saturday. Could have been last Thursday. No, it was last Saturday. It was last Saturday. Yes. Wait, maybe it was a week ago. Anyway, that so that had that error where it wasn't where the plugin wasn't loading. And so I just reinstalled um, the Stream Deck program and OBS, and that fixed it. That was great. And everything was fine. And I did my streams, no problem. And the other day, I was testing the new OBS for um, Night's Black Agents because I had to go and like reset things up. And that worked fine. It was great. So everything was fine. I was like, awesome. Everything is great. But this morning it wasn't working again. So I tried to go and get it to work and it still isn't. And I don't know what's going on with that. I think that's weird. So I'm going to have to hand trigger things again. But well, okay. I'm still here. All right. Okay. Uh yeah. So I just think it's weird. Um let's see. Stream Deck just announced a major update that include integrating a virtual Steam Deck. So it's weird. It's weird stuff to everyone's. You have to go through the website and read down all the widgets and apps. Oh, I have to re-download everything? Okay. Because the thing is, I did update the Stream Deck, right? But it's been weird, and I guess that must be what it is. That I have to re-download everything. Yeah. Thanks, Prax. I will go and do that because it is annoying. Just whatever application you like to use, OBS, you have to go to the website and download the new OBS integration, then it'll be fine. But it's a pain. Yeah, because the thing is, I'm pretty sure I did download the new integration, but you know what though? I'm gonna go and do it again. I won't do it right now,
Name
but I
game.
will do. Wait a minute. I think you know what's going on right now. I think you know what's going on. The name game. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. the first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B or an F. Or an M will appear. And then I say bow at a B, then I say the name, then banana fatter info. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain, then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Roll 300. Roll 300, roll 300, bowler 300, banana fan, fuller 300, fee, fi, molar 300. Roll a 300, But if the first two letters are ever the same, I drop them both and say the name. I like Bob. Bob got the B's bow. Oh, Fred. Fred dropped the F's for red. Oh, Mary. Mary dropped the M's mo airy. That's the only rule that is contrary. BP Phantom. BP Phantom, BP Phantom, bo EP Phantom, banana phantom, bo Phoebe Phantom, fee, fi, mo, me, P Phantom. BP Phantom, the name game. Thank you both for those resubs. Message. BP Phantom's message is boop that button. And I do love a good button booping. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Rack says, I will say that Streamlabs had two separate integrations. And you needed both. I don't know if OBS is the same thing. I know that Twitch has two separate integrations, so you need both. So yeah, Prax, so here's the thing about that.
We're in the money.
There are two separate integrations. I'm not quite certain about how to get all that. Oh man. Yes, Prax. Yes. And it's just a little like, what are you doing? Why are you being frustrating? That's all I'm saying. But also, Atomica just showed up and said something. Atomica's here and is also the excite, but the Atomica. Hey, Atomica, can I tell you something really quickly? Just a side note, I'm going to sing, but I just wanted to bring up something else first. You know, one of my favorite songs by Blondie is Atomic, which I feel like is not as popular. It's that one that is basically very instrumental, although there is singing in it. But like, it's very floaty, right? And then Debbie Harry, like the big, like, there isn't really a, I don't know if you call it a chorus, but Debbie Harry goes, Atomic, and it's just like, she just like drops Atomic. Like, it's just like, it's very like floaty, you know? Tonight we will be it's all up here. Then Atomic, and it's so great. Anyway, it's so great. Love it. And I was just thinking of that song because of you. I blame you, and I appreciate that. But that said, well, your exciting news is very musical. Well, you have to say the exciting news. Just for the record, yeah. You know what? Perhaps I'm gonna re-download all of my plugins, just to make sure. And that said, it's bad enough that Greybeard Tavern stuck Security Officer Elon in our Star Trek away team. No, Roller, why? No. I got myself an early birthday present, put a pick in stream music. Ooh, okay. I'm going to just check to see what it is. Let me see. Ooh, Atomica got a new keyboard. Oh, that's exciting. But also, Atomica donated some bits, and that means I'm going to be singing. I'm forced to sing We're in the Money, as sung by Ginger Rogers from the film Gold Diggers of 1933, which means I'm going to be singing it in Pig Latin. I have another thought for you guys, for y'all, by the way. I'll tell you now because I'll forget it. I did an data analysis, incomplete but almost complete data analysis for 2024 last year's stream numbers. There's just a couple more things I need to polish up, and I need to. What year is it? 2025? Sorry, 2023. I still need to gather all the information from 2024. It takes a while to download all that
Main
stuff
game.
because you have to do it by hand. But there is like, did you know there's like 7.6 million channels who streamed actively last year? And the numbers just keep going up in the number of people streaming, but the number of viewers does not keep going up. Anyway, I just think that's interesting. That said, I have songs to sing. Brax, gifted subs. To Ezra Denny. I need to go and say hi to Ezra Denny. But as I was saying, Airway in Hey. I'm singing We're in the Money. Airway in Hey, the anime. Airway in Hey, the anime. Eve way up, gaily up, way it wakes to take a long way, oh. Airway in Hey, the anime. Either I skates or any say. Old man, the aviation pray, ooh, yare, ooh, three, you stand way on rail. You ever need red lines, say, I've weird brands, say, ooh, tay day. And we see the end, the look the thing I earn the eye. We're in the money, we're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. uh, oh, that was lovely. But also, the name game. Gift subs from Prax. Come on, everybody. I said, now let's play a game. I bet you I can make a rhyme out of anybody's name. The first letter of the name. I treat it like it wasn't there. And then a B on F. On M will appear. And then I say Bo at a B, then I say the name, then banana, fanner, info. Then I say the name again with an F, very plain. Then a fee, fi, and a mo. Then I say the name again with an M this time, and there isn't any name that I can't rhyme. Ezra Denny. Ezra Denny, Bo Bezra Denny, Banana Fan, Foof, Ezra Denny, FIFA, Mo Mesra Denny. Ezra Denny, Scoopsk, 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 Boboopsk, Banana Fana, Foopsk, FIFA, Momoopsk, Oopsk. The name game. That was fun. Thank you for those gift subs. Hello, Lone Kubi Gates. Oh, roller. I do need a dance emote. That would be fun. I want a dance emote. Banana fana fee You know, we haven't had a name that has given you a stroke and roll. I know. Well, I mean, one of these days we'll get another one, like a good fun one. PB. How come I? Yeah, I. Mm. I have thoughts. These thoughts are related to stuff and things. Uh, what am I thinking about? I'm thinking about the fact that I have to clearly come here. Uh, what are we doing right now? There we go. Okay. I had to. I was like, "Where's my game?" Okay. Ibse Troopa in the house. Lone Ku, do you remember? Also, anybody else here who's European? Do you remember Marusha? Marusha. The DJ, the she did from the 90s, right? She did the techno she had the green eyebrows and she did the techno remix of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. If you remember Marusha? Uh thank you. See, Lonka remembers. Lonka remembers. Yep. I just remember uh like okay. First off, I'm so glad that Lonka remembers. Thank you. I've left a dance. Thank you for that. Thank you for the bunker, Rissa. We need an emote of Trooper dancing full Fred Astaire style. Ooh, ooh, ooh. You're older. Just yeah, you're not old. You're just older. That's all, right? You're vintage. So, um, I remember just right. I didn't actually really go clubbing bef- before I joined the military. Although there was this goth club, well, we called it an alternative club. There's an alternative club called the Twilight Zone I used to go to. Every once in a while it was all ages, but I didn't really go out until I joined the military and was, doing stuff. And I remember when I was in Germany, I was 20 years old when I got to Germany. I would go out to the clubs quite a lot. And man, that was 1992. And I gotta tell you, uh, I was in Germany from 1992 to 1997. And that was a time in the clubs. He's like Monopoly. Yes. An emote that loops if you put multiple troopers walking in front of a rolling penny. Oh, that would be amazing. So here's the thing, right? Uh, it was an amazing time, right? That moment, 90s Euro dance, because you'd be in the club and then the weirdest stuff would just show up. And I remember, of course, like in some like, and when I say weird, I don't necessarily mean bad, but they were like, oh, the theme from the X Files had an amazing techno remix, right? Doo, 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 doo. There was like a really great techno version of the X Files theme that had this like, do you remember when uh Enigma was big, right? Enigma, they were the people that were doing like techno remixes of Gregorian chant. You remember them? They did Sadness. And it was like it was just basically techno remixes of these like 1950s LPs of monks chanting, if you remember them, uh, because that was a thing. Uh, and and there was just like a lot of like just random things being turned into dance music. Right, so like the X-Files theme, Enigma with the Gregorian chant, and then Mauritius did this remix of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. And I just remember like being in the clubs and just did not know what would end up getting a techno remix and what you'd find in the clubs at any given time. And I very much appreciated that because some of this was just like, well, what's that? But there it was. Roller, that would work with Trooper pushing a D20. Nice. And as a matter of fact, PB is here. PB remembers Captain Jack. Again, Eurodance, they just got some like ex-army soldier to go and sing call cadence, and they put a techno beat underneath it. And that was it's one of the songs. Captain Jack, if you remember it. Yeah. Hey yo, Captain Jack, meet me down by the railroad track. And it was like Lone Coop. My first Love Parade's beginning of the 90s. Yes, that is correct. I remember that. Mayday with Marusha, Dr. Motte, Vespam. Oh my gosh. Yes, you are bringing back memories. You are definitely bringing back memories. Oh my goodness, yeah. I knew Captain Jack from playing DDR. Oh yeah. Oh, that's DDR. Captain Jack version, You Are in the Army Now, played a lot when I joined FDF 2010. Did it really? Oh my gosh. Yeah, and it's just again, by the way, please note, I am in no way upset about these things. I cannot use that right now. I'm generally quite happy about those things. Yeah. We're That reminds me, I went out to dinner with the parents last night, and the restaurant was playing these weird covers that are kind of easy listening EDM covers of various pop songs that really should not have been in this genre, like Maniac from Flashdance or Fly Me to the Moon. Oh, that's so good. The story so far, Ali and her robot Six have found the smoking wreck of Janiki Renba's ship, along with a final message intended for President Professor Mayari. The roboticist was looking for an ancient observatory called the Vault, which he claimed could prevent a great darkness from overtaking the nebula. Meanwhile, Aliyah has found something else, what might be the lost crown of the Holy Empire, hidden alongside a crude map pointing to an unknown moon. But Aliyah has traveled to her home moon of Elbereth. Perhaps Aliyah's old friend, Oroi, can unravel the crown's secrets. That's where we are so far. Just want to get that in there. I could imagine Maniac being having an EDM remix because, after all, it is a dance song, Maniac. But Fly Me to the Moon, I barely remember that someone attempted a GABA remix of Trashman's Surfin' Bird. Actually, I think I remember that one too. Can sticks be trusted? We cross that river later. Okay, hold on. Okay, great. I was like, I just saw that I got a message on my phone, and I was like, I better check it because it might be my landlady. Because my landlady likes to message me sometimes saying, "Can I come in and look at your water heater because blah 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 blah." They're not just EDM remixes. Oh, there's like EDM easy listening remix, so it's an EDM but like sad boy acoustic. It was weird. That does sound pretty weird. That sounds pretty weird. It reminds me of a there was an EDM remix that I heard. It was quite bad, and it was of a Kelly Clarkson song, but it was like a Kelly Clarkson ballad, and they put an EDM remix underneath it, and this just didn't really work because like the song was like I am so sad, and the background was like and I was like and they were trying to like get the build, but the song didn't build that way, and I was like, I don't know what's happening here because this is not working well. That was my experience of it. It was not great. The landlord is the one in a lot of hot water. Man, Gabba remixes and stuff. One thing I like to do about one thing I do like about dorm life, mandatory checks twice a month to keep the 20-somethings from destroying the place. It is nice. It is true. It is true. Okay, so I have things and thoughts. What are those things and thoughts? So I was so sad we couldn't play yesterday. I was so ready for the new Knights Black Agent Seasons of Death Winter. I did so much work on getting all the assets together and getting things together. I was like, oh, I'm so excited. And because this is me adapting a non-solo adventure to solo and then adding stuff to it. And I was so excited, but then my landlady invited a new HVAC person to come and look at the water heater because she thinks the water pressure's too high, and it's always a different person because I think that she just doesn't like the ones that she hires and the things they tell her, so she gets somebody new. So every single time it's been a different person. And anyway, that's done, but I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it next Friday. It does change my plans just a little bit because Werewolf has got 3 weeks and we have just lost one of them. So what's going to happen is we're going to stream for 2 weeks live, and then he and I are going to get together and pre-record the finale, and then I will air that the first Friday of September. So we'll get our 3 sessions in, but yeah, we'll get the 3 sessions in. One will be pre-recorded, and then I'm going to be doing something else, and I know what I want to do. I'm just poking around to see who's around for what I think would be a nice. I was like, what do I want to do for a 3-shot? And I know what I think I know what I want to do, and it's based on. I was like, okay, if I want this person, I want to invite this person, then what game should I run? Right? You know, I kind of like triangulate a little bit. So I've got the concept. I've asked I checked on the availability of my first person, and now I need to go and check on, I've got to go and figure out other people that I want to put in the same configuration. But I already know, I know number 2. I know number 2. Anyway, I'm putting a group together in my mind, and I'm gonna start reaching out, but I can't worry about that too much yet because I still have to. I'd like to not think about the next thing until I've actually launched the current one, right? So the delay in the start of Knights Black Agents has delayed my ability to think about the next thing after that, but I have to because I've got things going on. So anyway, that's me. Oh, other academic news. I got 3 of my books on Audible for free, and the other 3 are only going to be $150. Oh, that's nice. Nice. Dun, dun, dun. She's gonna wait for the person who lies to her so she doesn't have to pay to fix anything, then get surprised when her system fails and costs 10 times more. It's her ugly shop around for the lowest offers. See, actually, I think I don't know if you can count this. I think she's a bit of a hypochondriac with the house. That's what I think. I mean, that's the best way I can put it. Um, that's the best way I can put it. You know, that's the best way I can put it. So we are now in Elbereth, which is a moon. Love the aesthetic of this place, and it is where my character grew up as an orphan. And we're gonna meet a good friend. And oh, wait, hold on, wait. I have to tell you something first. One last thing before we go, just jump into it. Okay, this is important. You know how I said I was gonna play Inscription on Thursday? Because I lied. Sorry, but this is what happened. Okay, this is important. I have to share this with you because I have to also change the name of a collection. Okay, so this is what happened. So as you know, I was doing the thing where I try to play all of the nominees for excellence in narrative. Did I lie or were I just wrong? More like I changed my mind. You know what I mean? I changed my mind. Um, so I was playing all of the excellence in narrative nominees for the Independent Game Festivals uh, awards, and then I thought to myself, and there's been this thing that's been bugging me for a while now. Like I've been thinking about it, and I was like, oh man, I don't know. Why don't I do this? Why don't I do this? I really like it's me. I should definitely do this, but then I haven't been doing it, which was there's more than one category in the IGF awards. And I don't think I care about all the categories, but um, why am I not doing excellence in audio as well as excellence in narrative? Has been a thing I've been pondering to myself for a couple of years. And I said to myself, one of these days, I think I should stop doing all the nominees for excellence in narrative and actually just do like excellence in narrative and excellence in audio. That's what I was thinking. So, oh, let me pull up the webpage so I can actually give you the details. So I can tell you what's what. Hold on. IGF excellence in narrative. Okay, so this is what happened. This has been a thing in my mind for a while. And then I thought, well, since we're so behind in playing these games, I probably can't play all of the nominees. I'll just play the winner for excellence in narrative. Uh, yes, yes, Krellin. Krellin knows. Krellin knows the answer. But I'm going to give you but there's a little extra hitch, right? So we did right now we're playing the excellence in narrative winner for 2020, which is Heaven's Vault. And I was like, cool, let's do that, right? And then I thought, yeah, you interrupted my pitch. It's fine. It's fine. So I was like, okay, let's do that. But then I thought, oh, let me go. Okay, so but then as you know, the 2021 games excellence in narrative winner, which is I can't play because it's the only way I could have access to it would be on the console, and there it's a VR game, and I do not have the VR rig. So I was like, oh, and so my original plan was just to skip 2021 and just jump to 2022 and do their excellence in narrative. And then I was like, oh, but then I don't do anything for 2021. And I was like, wait a minute, all this time I've also wanted to do excellence in audio. Oh, and I was looking at 2022, which is Inscription, which I'm going to play and probably very soon, right? And as I was looking at 2022, the winner for excellence in narrative was Inscription, and the winner for excellence in audio was also Inscription, and the winner for excellence in design was also Inscription, and then the winner for the grand prize was also Inscription. And I thought, I should look at these other categories. I should do that. So I am not going to do Inscription next, which is 2022, because we're going to hit other categories. Are we going to hit all the other categories? Probably not, but we are going to hit at least audio and, maybe something else if we're so moved. So I just want to let you know that we are not going to do Inscription yet because I don't want to skip 2021. And there you go. So I think we're going to do the 2020 winner of excellence in audio, which is Mutazione. And I think we're going to do that next on Thursday. As long as I can play it. I've got to just double check, but I'm pretty sure I can. And if that's the case, then that's what we're going to do. Mhm. Krellin knew what I was going to say. Roller says, must play Inscription. It was neat. We both played one particular person inside that story. Ooh, that's what I say. Yeah, no, look. So here's the thing. The other thing I can tell you is that the other games that were up that I'd want to play before Inscription are not that long. So I think actually will be fine. Musty. Oh, musty. Thank you. Thank you. Musty. Yes. So, I mean, they say that like mutazione, mutazione is like between 6 and 11 hours. So, like, I think that's actually pretty decent. For us, that'll just take like 2 sessions. As in a musty room, I see you. I see you. So yeah, I just have to yeah. So that's well, it will depend actually. I think I actually have Mustazione, so I think we can play it, and it'll just like take us like 4 seconds. Obviously, I mean maybe like 20 sessions. Anyway, I just want to let you know that we're gonna do that. We're gonna play Mustazione. And I think my idea is that we'll do narrative and audio, and then depending on what the other categories are doing, we'll do one of the other categories. Maybe if we feel like it, we'll just like we're gonna play by ear. But I thought that we should probably play the excellence in audio. And then, so here's the thing for 2021, where I cannot play excellence in narrative, I definitely can play excellence in audio, which is Genesis Noir, which is like jazz and whatnot. So just, I'm just saying, that's all. That's all I'm saying. I don't know how much inventory is in the game, Atomica. I should know because that'll be important. Anyway, I just thought I wanted to update you with the idea, with the realization that I just have to do it now. I just have to be responsible. And ooh, hey, look at our ship. It's pretty. Um, are they doing rice here? Weren't they doing rice in the other place? I feel like they were. It's the name of the intercitadel. It's the name of the intercitadel, but I'm not sure what it means. We're going to oop. The harvest, such as it is. Dried grass. Waiting to be taken inside. What is it for? Oh, what is it for? I assume people do not eat it. Animals do. But not people. No. Oh, she looks really good in that shot. Okay, so let's head for the ship. Oh, the Nightingale. She's a beautiful ship. I'm lucky I found her. Have you sailed before, Six? I don't know, mistress. When I connect to the winches aboard the ship, they do seem to fit. I wonder if I once enjoyed sailing. Well, I like that we call this sailing. Perhaps you crashed a ship into that hole you were found in. Bared yourself at high speed. I was buried the right way up, mistress. I think someone ordered me to stand still while they poured the cement around me. Oh. Could someone order you like that? You wouldn't try to preserve yourself? I think perhaps a primary user could. I do not know. Uh. Oh. 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 That's, uh, distressing. Um, thought I would just add that. That's a distressing thought. Oh, good faith to you. What? How goes things? Well enough, thank you. Walk with the goddess. Or die on Ajax, I don't care. Mm-hmm. 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 I know where we're supposed to go, but I figured we could maybe walk around a little bit first. Maybe we would find something interesting. Doesn't matter how often I come back here. Once you've left, no one allows you to return. Ooh. Ooh. Reasons I think humanity would do well in a populated universe. We pack bond with everything. Yeah, that is correct. Look at our ship, though. It looks sort of like a crossbow, don't you think? So I understand that we're supposed to go into that building, and we will. I also do want to check out those big, huge feet, because they seem interesting. This must have all been very fine once, but it seems to be decaying. It is decaying. Wilting. It has no water. Hmm. Hey, ghost people. I wonder why everyone's a ghost person. It's an aesthetic choice, but I'm curious about it. Uh, you know. Also, I just want to see if there's... Oh, there's something under here. There's something here. A figurine fashioned from wood, dating from at least the earliest Empire period? This looks like some kind of hippo. Evidently, it is probably a pig. It seems to be inscribed. Okay, we found something. This is broken off. Okay, okay. I knew there was a good reason for us to be wandering around like this. Goodness. Okay. We have got maybe... Let's see. Holds. Right, and then you, which I definitely think that's you. Okay, okay. I believe I remember the word for you, mistress. Hey, we just got a new one. Okay, so, this is like a hippo or a plant. We've seen this sort of little plant thing before, like plant and water, which is probably like maybe a garden, perhaps. Well, actually, we don't know if that's water. We're actually not quite certain. That could be. We know what water is. Water is the sort of flowy thing, and with the symbols for. Okay. So, but I think that that might be plants. So this could be maybe like a garden or source holds you. I'm gonna go. I mean, let's go with garden, maybe. Unclear. Unclear. Will garden holds you? It's broken off. Hmm. I don't think we've seen anything equivalent to this figurine before. Which means it must have originated on a site that's entirely new to us. Oh. So, I keep getting... I was really used to Disco Elysium, where you could, you would highlight things. Who is Oroi, mistress? An old friend. Yeah, we're exploring a little bit because I feel like that is the way to go. Oh, mistress, I consider it a statistically likely that you have not truly answered my question about Oroi. Hmm, you'd be right. Uh, that I'm amused by that. So I feel like if we do not walk everywhere, we'll miss important things. But that is the old school gamer in me that is always convinced that we're going to miss pixels. That's all. Well, we did get something. I'm going to say we can probably head back down before we meet Arroy, our friend. There was something I wanted to say. Oh, I talked about the games. So I think we'll do Mutazione. And then I think we'll do uh, Genesis Noir. I'm going to be a little light about it, right? I'm trying to get us caught up. But I'm really trying to get us into Inscription, which I'm very excited about. I think it'll be kind of cool. I don't know. I'm very unspoiled for it, so I don't know what will happen in it. But whatever it is, I'll be excited. As Hot Flakes Tom calls it, our inner loot goblin takes over. I mean, that does happen. But is it loot or is it just the love of encumbrance? Sorry, I was just thinking, oh, good faith to you. Good faith. How are the crops? The goddess keeps them strong, thank you. Be well? Oh. Oh, that's the inner citadel up there. Catkiss. I lived on this moon for 7 years before I ever stepped outside of it. Is it dangerous out here? Oh. Um, no. PB says, I love carrying the weight of the world on my shoulders. I love carrying the entire world on my shoulders because then, if I have the entire world and I need something, I will have it. Right? If somebody says, I really think this has to do with old Infocom games trauma, is really what I think this is about. Um, what I mean by that is, did you ever play? I used to play like like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, um, Leather Goddess of Phobos, and the point is that there were those moments where you would go and you'd be in a place and you could not progress because you didn't pick up that one flashlight and then you didn't or that piece of string like you had to pick up everything and then try to figure out how to combine them, and if you didn't you would not be able to progress in the game. So that is a thing that happened, and I just think that it has become normalized for me to pick up everything because you might need it in the game at some point. And it's not even like, and the thing is, we're not even necessarily talking about like cool loot, like jewel encrusted whatnots. We're also just talking about red string. Because if you don't have the red string, you can't tie it to the stick, and then you can't tie it to the other thing, and then, you know. Stone feet. The slums below are named after these feet. They're the oldest things here. The original statue must have been huge. Ooh. Bigger than the statue on Mersey? 4 or 5 times bigger, mistress. But it must be of a similar age, however. Ooh. But the statue on Mersey didn't have feet. I never thought that it might be unusual before. Hmm. Were the statue on Mersey and the one here made in the same place? Based on their mineral compositions, it's quite possible, mistress. I will consider the matter. Okay, I really feel like we've got some sort of progenitor species. Can't see why anyone would waste a statue on Elbereth. Perhaps to remind the citizens of higher powers, mistress. Or perhaps Elbereth was a bit more uh, important in the past, right? Like, it's entirely possible that, like, these places were more advanced. Okay, there's clearly stuff going on down there, so we're not going to go down there yet. We'll wait. We're going to go to where we're obviously supposed to go. I just wanted to check everything else out first, you know? Oh, I have finished my consideration of the stone in the statues, mistress. I believe I've a rough location for where the statues were constructed. Oh, oh, good work. Okay, okay. Thank you, mistress. Hey, hey, this way. This is the gate to the upper citadel. Mistress, there's only solid rock behind this door. Ah, I comprehend. It is a hopper. Uh, it's one of the oldest things on Elbereth. It still works amazingly. I cannot see the eye, mistress. Without a line of sight to the eye, I cannot take us inside. Uh, we... It sounds like you don't trust me. A hopper takes one's corporeal form to pieces, mistress. Trust is critical. Well, you can stay here if you like. A little bit snarky. Just stand back when I ask it to let me through. The idea is appealing, but not to my ethical core, mistress. I will stay with you. Hmm. I'm going to say the word for gate. Set Bayuki Refar. Set Bayuki Refar. The gate is asking where you want to go. You can understand it? No, mistress, I was asking you a question. Set Boyaki Refar. Uh, the word is cat kiss. Cats like to kiss. Renmenia me enui hua. Should memorize that. Nothing's happening. Most impressive, mistress. Set Boyaki Refar. Said cat kiss. You stupid contraption. Something's weird. Remenya me aeni hua. It isn't working. I don't understand it. I'm going to ask a question. Read the inscription. There are ancient symbols here. I used to trace them out when I was a girl. Oh, exciting. This is the end of a longer line of text. End of a longer line of text. Okay, I can put the controller down because I can now read what you're saying in the chat. uh, 100% agree about Infocom trauma, says Rissa. Right? I mean, was it Hitchhikers? Was it like the Goddess? Or was it like it might have been Witness? One of those games where, like, if you didn't have like this like bubble gum and like this super random stuff, and then you had to combine them. If you didn't have them, then you had to like there was like many hours of game time that was kind of wasted, and then you didn't know where you left it. Ugh. Or you ate the cheese sandwich. Yes. Right? And Roller knows, then you pass this point of no return, and then you can't get it back. Ugh. We're talking about not throwing a shoe at a cat and then finding out 20 hours later that you locked yourself into an unwinnable game state. Krellin, this is what I'm talking about. Yeah, no. Yeah. Uh, yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Uh, Yeah, I'm having feelings about it. So here's the thing. I was reading, there was like game design advice from Choice of Games or Inkle or was what like I was because I was like reading up on game design back when I was doing lots of Renpai, and I think it was either it might have been Choice of Games that was talking about when making a Choice of Games game that you should do both direct and delayed consequences, right? So that it's not that you should mix up, like you shouldn't only have make a choice, choice brings you A, make a choice brings you A or B right there directly, but also make a choice and then like 4 or 5 steps down the line, then you get your A or B. That it's actually good to have some of the choices manifest later. And I think that's true because I think that whenever that everything is just so like direct, I think it gets a little bit boring. But I don't think that the choices coming down the line should be 20 hours later and an unwinnable game state. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say, right? Share, I awaken. Oh, share, not I awaken. I think is it I awaken or is it I wake? I hunger. Run, mortal. Flee, mortal, run. Flee. Flee, mortal. I hunger. Do you remember this game? Video game, arcade game? Do you remember? Do you remember? I hunger, I wake. It was the game Sinistar. Loved it. It was I enjoyed it very much. Arise, mortals. Uh it's after 10,000 years I'm free. Ah. Even Sierra was guilty of some of those moments and man, I don't think yeah, no, I don't like that. I don't think they should put in an unwinnable game state in that way. Do you know what I mean? Like I think if you fail, just let me know. You know what I mean? That's all. Yeah, yeah. King's Quest 5, yep. And I remember playing some I can't remember which Sierra games I played, but I played some of them. I don't think it was Zork, but maybe it was Ultima? Maybe it wasn't Ultima. Unfortunately, yeah, no. Zork, Ultima? Hmm. Speaking of which, gods, pilgrims, myself, us welcome. So we know the word gods. We also know the word us. And we do have us here. We definitely have this. We also know, I think that's probably not right, but I don't think Ultima's, no, Zork Success is sprite based. Yeah, no, but I played both of them. But I feel like maybe it was Zork then. I think it was Zork. Uh, but Space Quest at certain events that change close stuff. Yeah. Skyrim had great choices of character creation. Every choice leads to a stealth archer or loot goblin. But Volus isn't. First off, you can be both a stealth archer and a loot goblin. I know. I'm just saying. Just, I mean. Oh, this is interesting. Hold on. Because this may not be. This could be. Ooh. Hmm. This may not be us. This could be welcome, right? That could be welcome. If it is, that's interesting because we did have the idea of like uh, the two commas being like a verb, uh, like welcome. I don't know if that's right. And then we do have the idea of pilgrims, maybe. So we do have gods here. I do think we might have something No, 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 wait, wait, wait. No, not gods. Sorry. Pilgrims. See, I thought this was, remember how I was thinking pilgrims, right? Another long one, but I'm sure it reads as pilgrims. Hey, we were right about pilgrims, by the way. I was, hey, we're doing so well. Oh, this is so good. Uh, Porque no los dos? Hey, Varger, how are you? Right, I'm just saying you can be both a stealth archer and a loot goblin, and how you do it is by being also an alchemist, because if you're an alchemist, you can make the strength potions, and then if you drink the strength potions, you can carry more stuff. Now, I will note that those cheese wheels are like 20 pounds, and that's a lot. So maybe, Pilgrim's Welcome. Okay, so we know that the kind of upside down Y, like that is me. We know that. So we know the related word is me. Uh but this sort of but there's a symbol there which is for I do have a question about this sort of like little mountain symbol. Uh Sun here in ocean at, is this a noun? Ocean doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to say here. I'm going to say here, which makes me wonder a little bit about that little mountain, wavy mountain thing. Pilgrim's Welcome here. Uh, was Elberth a place for pilgrims? Yeah, Krellin, I agree with you with the here. I didn't know that. Yeah, I think, but now it makes me think about here, what that means with what we know about me, Uh, hold on. Uh, let's see. Yeah. Ah, the first symbol could, thank you, Trig, because Trig, I was trying to think, well, what does the symbol mean? Maybe that, I think, Trig, that's an interesting idea about location. Let's think about this. Uh, don't need to be an alchemist, just bring a Lydia or other follower to carry your burdens. Volus. I don't think, please note, I have not ever played beyond Oblivion, and I don't recall being able to have a follower in Morrowind or Oblivion. Is that true? Did they add followers in Skyrim? Tell me more about this. Uh, she is sworn to carry them. Ah, yeah, so Trig, let's go to inscriptions for a moment. Let's think, that, could it be that that mountain thing indicates location? So these are our solved inscriptions. Uh, let's look at our solved inscriptions and see if we have anything that has a little mountain thing on it. And it looks like we don't have anything with a mountain that we have solved. So if we go to solvable inscriptions, gods know you. Okay, the gods know you. Hmm. Okay, so now we only have unsolved inscriptions, and I think we should look at them because I want us to look at this theory we have about maybe the mountain thing with the waves could be location, because that could make sense. I was thinking about motion and movement. Uh, it's kind of a meme. Lydia's the first housecarl companion you get, and one of her lines is, "I'm sworn to carry your burdens." Ah, so in Skyrim you have companions. Okay, so this is the one we don't have yet, right? Empress something something. And Skirmer had many choices for follower wife, but Lydia was annoying like Preston Carvey level. Then DLC gave us a vampire lady, Serena. Oh. Okay, so we're thinking, right? We've got some insights here. Um, if we think about that kind of mountain with waves as being location, which is possible, and we think about that X as being some kind of negation, again, it could be banished, it could be buried. We still don't know yet. But we do know that we have die. Die we have already figured out. Die doesn't have the same symbols. Okay. We have the related word pilgrim. Close, but no real cigar yet. Okay. Uh, they poured conquered on me. Yes, right? So this is either, we still don't know if it's banished or buried. And this word we have, which could be robots, but it might not be. We do know that it has the symbol for person. Um, but I don't think it's metals. I don't think it's powers. I think it's some kind of being. So it's either robots or rebels, but I don't know which one. Unclear to me, right? Um, we're gonna go back. We're gonna go to buried though, right? We're gonna put buried here because we know that they buried the robots. So we're gonna go with buried as opposed to banished rebels. We're gonna go with buried robots. So we're gonna sort of hit buried robots, and we will exit there. Right? I think that's possible. This does not have. Am I winning? Maybe. Maybe. This does not have the little frozen carbide. This does not have the little what's the word? Location symbol, but um pilgrim looks like person, verb, move, location, god. Yes, right, it does. It looks like person, some kind of movement, location, god. Yes. I think the backwards S is movement. With verb. So we have I think this is so pilgrim, probably this is probably toward, right? Because pilgrims, right, travel. Uh Now if the backwards S is movement, that buried could also be, well, if you're buried, you can't move, which makes more sense than banished, right? Uh, it could be because we've got either listen, which I just don't think that is. Uh, we've got await or follow. I'm going to go with toward, right? I think toward makes more sense, right? Let's see. And then we have this purple robe, which is some sort of uh, all pilgrims. Okay, so we have all and pilgrims, which we know, and this is toward is not a verb. No, you're right. Toward is not a verb. I think that's why I think that is why yeah, you're right. I hope that you understood a popular song or play called Robot Without Cause. Yeah, I think that's why I put follow because this is because follow is still motion, right? And it is a verb. So I think we're still on this one, right? So holy, is that symbol there like an adjective? Okay, so we have all pilgrims together. Is this, do we think this is together? So what we have here is an apostrophe, And we have this symbol that we know. Okay, so we know we have the word welcome, right? And so welcome is a verb and many people and some other symbols and something. And we think that this one there could be, I think together makes more sense. All pilgrims could be follow, weaker ahead, follow, together, follow. I actually think it might be follow. Why do I think that? But see, together works with join, but welcome, follow. Ooh. We're going to put follow here for the moment. I have some questions about some of these symbols that we're going to have to just like think about in our mind. Okay. Follow stars light. The comma and bless, right? So if we think, hey, wait. So we cannot have two different things being follow, right? They can't both be followed. Those are different combos, exactly. So this is all pilgrims. Oh, I will see you. I will see you. Go, go, go. I will see you. So let's say this is follow. All pilgrims follow because it's a purple robe. If that's the case, then this can't be follow. And this is a rudder, which I really thought was, yeah. So, all right, we know this is a light. Hold on. We know that that over there is light. And this is a symbol that has the three, this one is a verb and the other one wasn't. Yeah. Yes. So we have to think about that, right? If we're correct about this being a verb, which I think we probably are. So if light is the big comma and then the three things and the thing, uh, this has got an apostrophe, a dot comma, three stripes, and then like a little I thing. So we have the choice between gods, stars, and my. It's certainly not gods, I don't think, because it doesn't have any of the symbols for holy in it. Yeah, none of the sort of like holy uh, markers are in there. So I don't think it's gods. So we have the choice between stars and my, but it doesn't seem to be my at all. This really feels to me like stars. So stars is what we have here is a possessive. Let's think about that. So we've got stars, light. Let's contemplate this for a moment, right? So I think this is follow. I do. I think this is follow because of the relationship to pilgrim, and also, yeah, I just think that because I don't think it stand. Yeah, I just think this is follow. I just think this is what that is, which makes me wonder, what does the apostrophe with the dot mean? Is it that is also in bless, or is that actually just, well, because it is not simply a verb, right? There is this apostrophe plus dot that I don't know what it means yet, but it is in bless. Yeah, it's in both. So let's contemplate that a little bit. And this cannot be follow, I don't think. But this also has the apostrophe dot. It has the apostrophe dot. Apostrophe dot. It's in holy. It's okay, it's in bless. Maybe it's a command. The waves, yeah. Yeah. Maybe it's a command. Bless. Or so we think bless joins welcomes. We think that that could be joins. So this can't be follow. So it's all pilgrims. I think we originally had together. But it does okay, the problem with together, I mean, look, we're going to go back to together. It's or some sort of object subject, yeah, some sort of object subject relation maybe. Let's stick with that one. And then we have this because I feel like we haven't gone through our inscriptions. Maybe we'll get something. So this is we found this in the Heritage Moon. Pilgrims follow my book. Uh we are currently thinking this is follow, so we're going to stay with that. The X in welcoming is a gathering, so together. Mm, all pilgrims together, maybe, maybe. Oh, sorry, we got the welcome here. So here, all pilgrims together. Just your train of thought. Yeah. So the welcome has that kind of. It's not really an X, but yeah, a gathering. So I think so. I think that there's something about like, yeah, roller. I'm working on your like. I'm seeing you. Like I feel like it also kind of. There's also these are pictograms, right? So there's something slightly representational in them. Okay, so this is a thin roll of paper, right? Pilgrims follow my book. We don't know if this is true, but there are things in here that are so we keep getting the word listen. Is that listen? I feel like it's follow. We're currently on the idea of follow rather than listen because we're thinking about movement. Uh this is related to me, which we know it is. So that seems like it's a good question about possessive, isn't it? Could be this. Okay, hold on. So light starts off with this comma. So light is a okay, hold on. We're looking about grammatical structure, right? So something that we know is that we have all of these elements, these sort of nouns, these elements that start with a comma and then with this like this other kind of thing, right? This starts with that same thing. Does that make it a noun? But it's related to me. Me. Could be this maybe? But that so then we have this. Uh is this a language that is declinable? That's a very good question. I'm not certain. But we did see stars light and stars uh makes me right, the beams, right, make me think of the sun, right? Exactly. Also, we do know that we had stars light, which did have is some kind of Pilgrims Await My Book would make sense if a hermit holy person was running a con of some sort millennia before current events. Pilgrims, but then I feel like await would well think about this. So this here, which we currently have as book, which may not be book. But I do think that okay, there is something here. If this is a verb, which we kind of think, and this is sort of this could be a noun, could be a noun. And we have what we have in here is Pilgrims for my machine, it's sinister. Hmm. Okay, I will note something here. This kind of interesting curly Q thing we've seen multiple times before. Yeah, it's also in Pilgrims, right? So we get this kind of symbol. It's also involved in holy and bless, uh, this kind of little curly Q. All right, we know, okay, so it looks like we know this. So all of these things are confirmed. Bless, think water, these are confirmed. These are confirmed. We know these words. So bless has a person in it, the little person symbol. It looks like it has the verb symbol. It starts off with a verb symbol, the little two. Then we've got this sort of like comma dot, which I think we need to ponder that a little bit more. And then we have another dot. We have to think what the dots mean. And then we've got the little question mark or little curly Q. And we know this is also in think. All right, so bless and think are both verbs, and they both have the curly Q and a little thing. Okay, what does the curly Q mean? This we have some kind of symbol, which I think might be some kind of noun. And then we have this thing that's in bless and the curly Q. Uh, okay. If that is think, I think the curly Q is holy or knowledge. Yeah, holy or knowledge, I think sort of makes sense, right? Because also in God. So sitting over here biting your tongue, I see you. I see you, Prex. Let's stay with book for the moment. Right, let's stay with book. Now, it could also be machine, but I don't think we have enough to sort of like go there yet. So we have also this is found scratched in the wall, which we think is about death, right? So we have our eye. Okay, we know for a fact that the X with that kind of weird lightning bolt L is die. So that's a verb form of die. Something uh die. Is that life? Is that life? Hmm. Okay. So we have these two things, one of which we think might be death, one of which could be fear. All right. So let's go to the death one first. So here we have a person. We've got a negation with the dot. We have got a colon. We have got a verby thing, which we know is connected to uh, die. So comma X lightning bolt L is die. We know this for a fact, right? This here has got die in it. We also, that is hold. Death, maybe static. We also have the pilgrim in here. Mm-hmm. If die is verb plus not plus, it's the last symbol of life. Maybe it is. Yeah, that must be life, right? That must be life. Yeah, that has to be life. Because this is certainly not beloved. I don't see anything in there that sort of implies beloved. And yeah, it could be stranger, but I don't think so. Because especially if the curly Q is knowledge or some kind of thinking or sort of mental state, I think that's death, which puts us here, right? It does look like it should be a person. Although it could be a person, but I feel like we look at Pilgrim. If Pilgrim is person, And then we get some kind of movement, person plus movement to a location plus holy, to a holy place, holy person, right? To God, right? A person who moves to the location of God, if that's what pilgrim means, then what we would have here is person who is not life something, which could be death or could be stranger. But again, I feel like that really feels like some sort of death can be considered it could be an thank you, Prax. Okay, I will also note that we have with think we have the verb curly Q and then some kind of thing that sort of ends it in some way. And we've got these two dots. These two dots are both in. So here's the thing that I'm thinking about. What if it is dot, comma, comma, right? What if dot, comma, comma is some kind of form? So we have comma, comma, which tends to be a verb. We have got this kind of curly Q, which might be uh, a noun. And then we have maybe the opposite of life, could be, and then something with thinking, right? Comma, 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 chameleon. So we have the choice of fear, guarded, or see. This doesn't feel like see to me because of the negation. It could be guarded, but I think it's fear. I think it's fear. It could be guarded for death or defended. Watch. I don't think that's watch. It could be defended. If you're defending, then you're negating. Is fear. Yeah, I'm starting to wonder if the comma is related to an action, maybe. It could be, because we might have more than one kind of verb thing, right? Let's let's hold on to this for a moment. So this is found carved above the hearth, which we know is gonna be some kind of like, which I think that is fire, right? I think, oh, actually it might not be. So this is goddess blesses. Interesting. So we put down fire because it was above a hearth. But what if it is not fire? What if it is harvest? Why would harvest be above a hearth? It wouldn't be field. Let's go with harvest, perhaps. That could be harvest. Let's maybe, yeah. So let's hold on to that for a moment. Then we have the ancient crown. We bring everything, we lose nothing. We okay, so what we have here is we something something. We something, hold on, nothing, and then we know all, right? So this is what we have here. Harvest bread goes into the oven. Yes, so that could be it, right, Volus? So we have we something something, we something nothing, we know all. So this here is some kind of negation, right? And it does not make sense to me that this is fly, fade, or are. That makes no sense to me. I think this is lose. Also because of the word hold, that just says to me lose, right? So there's something about that thing we know is hold. Well, let's just hold there. Okay, so we end this with we lose nothing, we know all. I'm pretty sure that's lose. So we have we. I think this is everything because it is very close to all. So I think this is everything. What does that mean? All versus everything. All versus everything. That if this is true, because this has to be everything, in my opinion, because that is all. So what is the relationship between everything? Okay, hold on. All plus object. That's what I'm thinking, right? That's what I'm thinking is everything. All plus object. So I think that that kind of curly comma is an object of some sort. All plus object. Yes. All plus thing. Everything. All thing. Yes. So let's think about this as a thing. I think that's good. Uh, and so then we have this. So this here, which we everything, we lose nothing, we know all. So I think this is not bring. I think this is remember. Because if we have some kind of idea that that kind of question mark slash candy cane, the curly Q is some kind of knowledge or thought process, uh, then this would be remember. Hey, Artie, how are you? Yeah, so let's say we remember everything. We lose nothing. Five slashes constantly also in welcome becomes group. Yes. 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 Artie, it's so good to see you. I think this is, I think, by the way, I'm feeling really good about this. Okay. So we have Emperor protects us all. This may not be protected. We do have this life thing, right? So we have verb, maybe location, and maybe life. Uh, that may not be location, but okay. So I still want to know about the dot. The crown was in the Netflix chest, so watch uh, is also likely an option, but remember makes most sense. Yes, right. I think we should think about that. Not great. Whatever. Oh, Artie, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's so terrible. I'm so sorry. Cats are beautiful and wonderful. So I'm sorry. Hang out with us. I think this could be protect. Uh, because protect life, right? So verb, and then maybe that mountain is yeah. I think this could be protect actually. That does actually make sense to me. Take me safe. No, this is home. Yeah, okay, but let's think about what that would mean. I think this is true, that this is take me home. If this is take me home, what does that imply for everything else? Protects home location noun? Location of life could be that, right? Yeah. And what, but then what is this here? If this is the case, and that's home, yeah, I think that actually still makes sense. Country roads, it's John Denver. Already, I'm so sorry. I think this has to be protects. Home, yeah. It doesn't make sense for it to be banished. Demands is a verb. Does that make sense? Does demand? The emperor demands. I think it's protects. I think it's protects. Oh, hey, we got one. Nope, we're there. Okay. I think that's home. And then water joins us all. Water joins us. some kind of verb, this together situation maybe. And then I do have some questions about these two symbols. I feel like we still need to get them. Welcome versus it could be heals us. It, I don't think it's I don't think it separates, because separates I think would be some kind of negation. It's either joins or heals. But was a channel. What's the difference? Okay, we have noun, heals, uh, together joins. We're gonna stay with joins for the moment. That may not be right, but let's just stay there for a moment. Uh, separates only really makes sense in a geographical sense. Yeah, because there was like it was a channel that like so it could either yeah. So we know that this is emperors. Hey, there are two. Do you think that's emperors because it's I have a question. All right, emperors and die. That just feels like uh hang out with us. So the that symbol seems like some kind of eternal, right? Like maybe always, perhaps. And then we get the negation of it, so never. That's what I'm thinking. Then we have this one, goddess bless, and we this could be plants, could be woman, but I don't know if that makes any sense. But also, here's the question. If it were plants, then you would assume that it would have um some kind of noun thing in it, right? So a wooden figurine, sun, gate, source. If this were source, if this were source, let's say, the source is like also a location, right? Pilgrim. If this were source, then this could be goddess bless woman. If we think of like the woman as like the source of life, perhaps, and like the goddess. I don't know about that. It does kind of look a little planty, but uh, I don't know yet. So I don't think this is okay. So just thinking about this for a second, I do think the dot apostrophe dot is in bless. We know this, which is like verb. Okay, what if bless is verbing the thoughts of a person, right? Like blessing in that way, perhaps, or holy person's thoughts, maybe. But then book is knowledge, noun of knowledge would be a book. Sun could make sense if you think about it in terms of the light of the sun enveloping them, right? Now, it is connected, but we do have the water sign, right? That's the thing that I think is funny because we have the water sign. We know that the little wavy thing is water. We know this. So at the moment, it makes more sense for it to be waters and that be some kind of like possessive. and it was like a reflection of the water near it. So thinking about it. Yeah. Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so we have this wooden figurine that says maybe source holds you. I think we saw that one. We'll come back. Like, again, we don't 100% know this one, right? And sun gets reflected in the water. Pilgrims welcome. Locate. Okay, so okay. Here's a thought. I don't think that's my. I I want to go back here because I don't know if that's my. Pilgrims follow my book. We don't know if this is the case at all, but what if it's this? Well, we know that that is me. We know that everything without the comma is me. We know this, right? And we're thinking that the comma is some sort of noun or related to, because we have all these things like light and what if it's not my? Because we don't have the possessive in there, right? Is sun significant in the religion? As sun's coming up a lot, but we don't have anything. We don't have sun. We don't have sun. Uh, this makes sense working in the same way as here, right? I think so too. I think this might be this. I think that might be this. And if it's this, that means we have me, place. This perhaps? Here? Yeah. Which would be here. Difference between here and this. Here location, like me. So me location is here. Me object is this. That makes sense, right? Yes. I think that makes sense. Yes. So I think that the mountain with the waves is a location. I think that the big comma is object. I think we have some other questions to think about, but I think that is this. I do think that this is some kind of follow. I think so. And I'm currently thinking of this as a book. I'm not 100% certain. But this brings us back to here, which I think makes sense, right? Okay, I think we have we we've not solved them all. We clearly have got some things we got to work through, but I think we're closer. Wait, when was I gifted a sub to you? Why don't I remember this? Hi, Trooper. Uh, you were gifted a sub at some point. I think we've gotten closer to where we need to go, right? I think that we've gotten closer. So that's good. We still have got to work out some things, but I think we're getting really good. I wonder if I could convince the game of Pilgrim. Set Boyaka Rafar. Uh Elbereth? So we've encountered the water deity, the goddess, emperor, but he's sort of like godlike individual being emperor. Nothing. Set Boyaki Rafar. This is strange. Well, let me give up for the moment. No good. That's supposed to work. Hmm. I wonder if they've changed the locks? Well, that's obvious, but I don't remember it. Oh well. How's your beautifully bearded face troop? I'm doing well. We're not able to get through this door, so we need to figure out what's going on. Also, just for the record, I feel like we are learning this language a bit more. And I'm kind of excited. Uh, oh, this way, Six.
The smell of the slums made me feel like a child again. It hadn't been a happy time. A simple one, at least.
I did try knocking it. The door's talking to me and it's telling me that I can't get in. But I feel like we've learned more about this language. And I'm very excited about this. I feel like we're learning more. No, do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple. Oh, do not touch anything, mistress. These structures might topple the slightest knocked. Uh, it's all more solid than it looks. I should try breaking the door down. Did I say melon? Godspeed has been standing for some time. Godspeed, that's what we call it. Interesting. I feel like we are slowly learning this language, and I also love that for us. And we need. There is too much information here. It is most unpleasant. Stop complaining. Or whatever friend is in this language. I might have. Do not taught happy fun door. This is very labyrinthine. Okay, so this is the way we came in. Great. Is this where you lived, mistress? In a dwelling like these? No. I grew up in an orphanage in the Catkiss. Up there. This is where I came to escape. This is a very sheltered robot. Well, I'm hoping we can find, I feel like they must have just locked the door on us or something. Maybe we'll find our way in. We need to call somebody. We need to say, hey, uh, let me in. I'm waiting outside. Uh, yes, very sheltered in concrete. Why do people live like this? On top of each other? The slums are kept as small as possible to allow as much possible to grow. Yeah, we're going to go in this bar, find out what's going on. This is the bar run by my friend Timur. I used to work here as a child. Well, let's visit the bar, shall we?
The heart of the God's Feet slum was Timur's bar.
Why now? Aliyah
Timur never
Lazra.
once set foot inside the upper citadel, or so he liked to claim.
By the turning of the waters. You're back. See, they have a lot of, like, water-related sayings. You seem surprised. I'm always surprised you come back to Elbereth. But happy.
He was the king of the dung heap.
And are you well? They gave me another robot. Really, Aliyah? You are a danger to the local economy. Some of us have to work for our assets. Let's go ready. Protect him. Me too. I don't think I'm going to sell this one. Ooh, mistress? But you've upset it, Aliyah. But all the same. The rules are the rules. Your friend there stays outside. Oh. I will wait as instructed, mistress. Oh, I'm so sorry, Six. But the rules are the rules. It's not personal. They must adore you and I ought to keep giving you those things. The robots are their eyes. And you keep plucking them out. You'll always be a rat, won't you? Well, you know. Maybe I will. Maybe they don't, maybe my robots don't accidentally die accidentally. Maybe I keep killing them on purpose because I don't like them spying on me. Maybe that's what's going on. Maybe. I don't know. Let's talk to Timur, shall we? You look tired. Talk to him first. Are you sleeping at night? Well, of course. The tax collectors from Iox can't pick my pocket if I don't sleep. Huh. Always a joke. Lurk. Always a joke. You're very good health. Greeny usually checks to make sure they aren't being followed, and then they hide in the shadows, conduct surveillance. You should let me pay for this. Lurk. You'll pay me back one day. I feel sure of that. Let me sip on my drink.
They say rocker is made from river water, that it burns your throat with the cold of space. But it isn't true.
Oh.
Timur knocks it up out back in an old metal bin.
How about some good news, then? I have something for you. An amulet. It looks like something from the Empire? Incredible craftsmanship. Tiny details worked in? Whoever made this didn't add an inscription on the clasp. Oh, I was doing a lot of research on old amulets. This comes from the same source as the roll of paper, the one I found on the Hermitage moon. We've got a lot of information on the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mirror now. This will make its location easier to locate. Where did you get the amulet? So I have to tell you this thing. From one of my customers. You're not the only one who sails to strange shores, you know.
He liked me.
Okay, hold on. I have to tell you something. Grinny being followed. What was I going to tell you? I had this thought. I had to wait for him to finish talking. Then I wanted to tell you something. Who? Ooh. Drinks? No, I can't remember. Oh, well. It was going to be good, though. Continue talking. The Rocky is good today. Chatting first. I found a new clean drum. Makes all the difference what you distill it in. I actually knew what I was going to tell you now. I remembered. Thanks. So here's what I was going to tell you. I was doing a lot of research on ancient amulets for the game, and I found a couple of different really good amulets that would be good. And I was torn between this one from the 13th century, which was made of bone, which I like. But then I found this other one, which is actually from the 15th century, which I think is better because it's from around the same time that Vlad Tepes was alive. So I think I've got to go with that one. But I really like the bone one because its bone is creepy, but oh well. You'll see it. Do you know where I can find a Roy? Up in the Catkiss. Yeah, but she's moved up in the world. She must be doing well. Is she living with someone? We were dating. Hard to say. You know a Roy. Not so much, not anymore. Put this amulet on a stake, it will lead you to a secret treasure. Yeah, that's all that you need. It's sad for me to see. I feel like a father to you both. Aw, Timur. She never comes down here anymore. You two inseparable once, I know. I caught you stealing me Rocky cask But you were too small to carry it, let alone drink it, eh? How about a cow horn? Oh, Roy picked the lock with a hairpin. How about a cow horn amulet? That things that girl could do if she put her mind to it. Your friend by the door should be afraid of her. You're visiting the cactus today? Yeah, I'm having some kind of... Can't seem to get through the gate. Whatever let me through before doesn't seem to work now. Well, there's a shrine somewhere in the citadel. There's some old goddess. No one knows the name. Oh, I'd never heard that. It's just what I heard. They say the gate will let you through if you want to pray to her. But you need to know her name? This is a pilgrimage site, right? Well, I don't imagine so. No one does know her name after all. Well, they did know her name at one point in time, though. Actually, let me sip my drink. You want another Rocky? No, please. I can't get drunk. Another time. Let's talk to him. I heard something out there about a darkness. Something that would fall across the whole nebula. Oh, yeah? Did you hear that in the war rooms of Iox? I heard it from a robot on a ruined moon. Actually, I have no idea if Iox has war rooms. Your life is so romantic, Aaliyah. Honestly, I would believe you more if you said you'd seen it written in the waters. So much about waters with this culture. Huh. Saw something terrible today. The burned out wreck of a ship. Out in cyclones. It belonged to someone at the university, who I still am not convinced is dead. Died out there. I'm not convinced. No body, no death. And it could have been you? No, well, easily. No fighting or accident, Worm. Still might. Take some real risks out there. Alone. Sometimes you wonder why you do it. You'll take risks, Leah. Life is a risk. I love this guy. Just feel bad for him, that's all. See, I was avoiding talking about things. Of course you do. Have a drink in his honor. So, is this the cleaning job keeping you busy? I've told you before, I'm not a cleaner. That becomes, but of course you are. Picking through dead people's jewelry. We're gonna keep talking to him. You'll never believe where I've been, Timur. I do love him. Grinny's right. I love him. Into the cyclones. And why would you do a thing like that? Hey, if you have a death wish, you come here and you drink yourself into your grave like a true friend. I've been looking for someone. I didn't find them. Well? What did you find out there? You meet the gods? They tell you what they're played at? I found a moon. We're not going to say the crown thing yet. We can be a little bit, circumspect. Someone had hidden there. Maybe one of the last emperors. Your place is empty. There's no one here. People have to work. Well, some people. What does that mean? Hey, I had a thought. And my thought is that maybe I can't go through the door because I have the robot with me. You know what I'm saying? Well, I guess I better go. Oh, I love her. Yeah, I'm just thinking, what if the reason why I can't get through the door is because I have a robot with me? What if that's the reason? This is what I'm asking. Because that could be it, right? Maybe they just won't let robots in. Why wouldn't they let robots in? This is my theory. Hello? I can't see you around, Timur. Don't be a stranger. Come on, 6. See, I don't think we have the option to leave the robot somewhere. We have a few new artifacts to trace. Also, we have collected some evidence of a new location of note, a pre-Empire site. Time to go, mistress? Don't hassle me. Oh, this isn't the inscription game you were talking about. No, not yet. And this is Heaven's Gate. And as a matter of fact, we're not going to play Inscription next because we're going to play Mutazione, I believe it is called. Inscription will be coming later. Soon? Does much grow here? It seems unlikely, and yet there are so many people. Oh, what's happening? Okay. There is something going on here. And yes. So wait, I actually really barely anything. We rely on IOX like everyone else. So I actually think that maybe my little robot friend. Good faith to you. Yeah? Is there something wrong with the gate? I think it's my robot. No? It's as temperamental as ever. Good faith to you. See, I really think I cannot take my robot with me. This is my current theory on the matter. And I just think my robot can't come with me. Which says something, right? I'm going to speak to the gate again. That Boyalki Refar. Merci? Merci? No response. Set Boyaki Refar. Cat kiss. Remenya Meinwaya. It just said something to me in return. It's failed again. I think it's because there's a robot with me. Perhaps you are not really from Elbereth after all. I actually really think it's my robot friend. Did I say the gate word wrong? I do not think so, mistress. The gate has simply rejected you. Perhaps you are too Ioxian now. No, I think it's you. Why? What did I do? I have no idea, mistress. Maybe the gate didn't like something I've got with me, like a robot. I've got this dagger. Maybe the gate doesn't like weapons? Oh. That's possible. Let's offer the dagger to the gate. Do you want this? And that must be no? The dagger's gone. Is that good? Do you think I'm going to get it back? Okay. That's maybe it is weaponry. Maybe it's weaponry. Set Boyaki Refar. Cat kiss. Oh, everybody, it was not the robot, it was the weapon. Any huake. Huake. Ini huake. It's working again. Okay, so this is a holy site for pilgrims, so you have to leave your weapons at the gate. Which means, everybody, do not let me forget to pick the weapon back up again on the other side. Oh, interesting. Interesting. We are now somewhere higher up than we were, mistress. Of course we are. We're inside the citadel. Okay. No weapons. Interesting. This is the main courtyard. there are alleys leading off in all directions. It's easy to get lost up here. Hey, that's interesting, right? No weapons. Oh, so interesting. So interesting. All right, we've got a 360 here. Have you lost robots up here before, mistress? Number 3, perhaps? 3 had lost itself long before that. This is so fascinating to me. It's that thing no one tells you about robots. They don't work properly. They're fragile. I am not fragile, mistress. I require nothing. 1. Body the Hutt's dagger. 2. Stop Dormammu. 3. Learn ancient language. 4. Profit. Yeah, I think that's it. Why are you looking that way? We're not going to go the way you're looking. We're going to go this way. We're going to walk around, see if we can find things, see if we learn anything exciting. You know, I kind of love this game. I have to do more research on Mutazione, by the way. I have never been here before. This gate's been as locked as long as I can remember. I think the key must have been lost somewhere. Roy and I used to climb over it. You're going to love it. I do not think I like it. I don't think there are any commands I have to worry about, right? I don't think so. Okay. And, remark. Robots are stupid. That's the problem. They run well up to a point. Then they throw themselves over a cliff. Throw themselves, or are they pushed? I don't think the robot gets... I don't think they do. Depends on the robot. I'm being sarcastic and snarky. Come on. I'm not actually threatening you, my friend. My little robot friend. So don't worry too much. All right, we came in this way. Let's go... Up seems interesting. We're being methodical. I like a little bit of... Mark? Renba didn't hop her down. He landed his boat. Tried to. Or else he wasn't able to return. I suspect Master Rimba attempted to detonate himself on the surface of the moon. Yeah, I actually think he's not dead at all. It's 12:45.
The cat kiss is like a maze. But I'd spent 10 years tearing through these alleyways.
Rissa, I like to get a 3, so probably 1:30 sounds about right. If we do 1:30, then we get our 3 hours. Then we're
way to Tappy's in the dark.
I like to get a good 3, especially if I don't have anything like pressing. I mean, I do have stuff to do, but I could do another 3. Do a 3. And I should probably cook food, actually. But I have not defrosted the chicken, so I don't really have food to cook. I mean, it's fine. There is a high probability of unsafety here, mistress. It's fine. Don't worry, 6. I'll protect you. I need to defrost this chicken. Your attitude betrays your fear, mistress. I will charge the hopper. I am actually fine. I am not even afraid. Whatever makes you happy, 6. We're going to go to Toppy's place. Toppy's place isn't big, but inside it's a treasure trove. I need to defrost these chicken thighs. I've got chicken thighs, and I need to defrost them so I can... I've got this recipe for, like, lemon garlic chicken. Hold it! Oh! But it's you. Welcome back to Elbereth, Moonflower. Give it back, Toppy. Whatever it is you took. I confess I only really saw the robot. But friends, as you know, are friends. So have your no doubt precious brooch back. A little bit of theory. Harvest goes to oven rings true in game and in real life. Do not trust this man. It's a bit late for a warning, 6. Please remind me. 12 years too late. Remind me when I go to defrost to take the chicken and put it in the. I'm going to distrust the chicken. You adore me and said I prefer it that way. I'll come in out of the cold. Hey. It seems as though I will wait here. Suspiciously.
Tappy's place was a little museum to junk. Pots and boxes, spoons and hooks and pocket knives.
I like him too. It's good to see you back on Elberfellia. The rivers above grow dull when you're not with us. Look, everything is water.
Of it all was Tappy, grinning away like a skull in a bodysuit.
Unstable Diaz, you have a good point. So, by the way, I've got 3 portions of this Hoppin' John that I made, but that doesn't really feel like dinner to me. So I really feel like I should make this, like, I've got potatoes and I've got pasta. Yeah, I think I want to make this like lemon garlic chicken with like a cream pasta. I think that'd be really delicious. I think I'd really love that. Yeah, you know what? I think, will you give me 1 second? I'm going to, just give me 1 second. I'm not going to hit the be right back screen because it'll take me like, I'm just going to take the chicken and put it on the countertop. I'll be right back. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. Yeah, potatoes are good. Okay, don't go anywhere. I'm going to get water and I'm going to go and put the chicken on the countertop. I'm back. I'm back. How have you been? How have you been? Potatoes, peel and roast, stick them in it. Yeah. So I'm gonna make what? Okay, hold on. My current meal is Hoppin' John, which is rice based. Before that, I was having some kind of beef based dish. What was my last dish? Oh, my last dish was this um curry, this ground beef curry, which was very good, and I was eating that with naan, which is bread based. Before that, I did have tuna casserole, which is noodle based. No, but I had potatoes recently. Oh, I had potatoes in the curry. So I feel like we're in pasta time again. Like my starch is rolled back around. So yeah, I'm going to do that. That's what I'm. So tonight, not right now when we get off stream, but a little bit later, I will cook the chicken after it defrosts. My space marine uses potato cannon. Ooh, potato cannon. Uh, Tappy, don't flirt with me. I know perfectly well you don't mean it. But that is what makes it so enjoyable. All of the flavor with none of the hangover. So, Tappy, Sam is staring at you disappointingly. Have you heard any rumors of sights? I could use a find. You know, I did hear something. Something out in the fields. Oh, what kind of something? Hey, Prax, you here? They say something sent one of the field workers flying through the air. This is what they say. Was the man hurt? Yeah, right, Slop. Oh, I should think so. He was taken straight back to the market, though. Didn't earn another scrap. Some jobs you can do with a broken arm. But you're no good for plowing. You've got some kind of angle here, Tabby. Yeah, it's like, it was like rice and, I tend to attract attention when I go for walks outside the walls, but no one's going to trouble you from my ox. I'm from Elbereth. People from Elbereth don't have robot servants, my sweet. Be careful you don't get zapped yourself, of course. Rice and whatever's in the fridge. So so when I moved here, my landlady was very much like, don't bring anything. Everything you need is here. Don't bring anything. Don't bring things. Are you bringing things? You're going to bring too many things. Don't bring things. I was like, so I didn't bring a lot of things. I mean, I brought books and I brought my books. I brought my stream setup. I brought my banjo, my electric banjo, and I brought some clothes, but I don't think I brought enough clothes. It's fine though. Brought some clothes, and I was like, you know what? I am gonna bring some kitchen stuff. And she was like, you don't need kitchen stuff. Everything is here. And I was like, I'm gonna bring my Instant Pot. So I brought my Instant Pot. I brought my hand blender. I think that's all I brought in terms of kitchen stuff. I'm thinking. Yeah, right. I brought my Instant Pot. I brought my hand blender. I brought some Tupperware. What I didn't bring was my rice cooker. And I thought, and when I got here, I was like, I should have brought my rice cooker. I should have brought my rice cooker. That's really what I should have brought it. That box could fit my entire apartment, right? Yeah. Although I will say that box truck that you saw me in was only half full. It actually was. I couldn't get anything smaller. That's the smallest you can get unless you can get smaller if you have a car, like you can get a trailer. But that's the smallest you can bring. It was only half full. I don't even think it was half full. A little less than half full, actually. Yeah, no organ collection. So I didn't bring my rice cooker or my casserole dish. I had to buy a new casserole dish, and I was like, oh, I need a rice cooker because I really need a rice cooker. And but I didn't want anything really big because I have a rice cooker at home. So I got a rice robot, which is like this little tiny rice cooker. It was kind of cheap, and I was like, that's cool. And it came with this recipe booklet of things you can make in the rice cooker that are not just plain rice. And I was like, oh, that's cool. And some of you here will appreciate what I'm about to say. So it's got some recipes in there, and I made one recipe already, which was like a Thai coconut rice, which is basically it's rice, but you use coconut milk instead of water, and like maybe a couple others. And that was very nice. That was really cool. And I was like, well, this is really nice. Let me go and make a second thing that's not just plain rice in this. And so the second thing I made is this Hoppin' John, which is rice and black-eyed peas and ham and some spices. But here's what I'm going to tell you. It's not spicy enough. I just want you to know it. And there's not enough black-eyed peas. I think if I make it again, I'm not going to make it in the rice cooker. I'll just make rice, and then I'll put the rice, I guess, in a pot, and then mix in an entire can of black-eyed peas. Yeah, it just wasn't spicy. It's not spicy. Like, I have 3 portions left. It's just not spicy enough. It doesn't really have any, like, they've had me put a little bit of garlic powder in there, which was fine, or maybe garlic salt, I guess. But it just doesn't have any kind of, like, pretty bland. So, by the way, says Jer, if you set your Instant Pot to 0 minutes and let it natural release, it works well as a rice cooker. Ooh. Ooh, hey, Jer. That's excellent to know. That's actually really good to know. Thank you, because I need that information. That's oh, Jer, thank you, because if I want to make yes, thank you. Um, RS is a setting which seems to work well. Oh, RS is a rice setting. Okay, okay. Um, so anyway, what I have is three portions of this Hop and John, which is really bland. So I think I will move that into lunch, and then I'll have like actual food for dinner. Uh, those are my thoughts. Um, can I tell you all one more thing? I have a stove, and the stove I have is well, I mean, I have a stove in this apartment, and it's like this little fancy stove, right? I think it's a hybrid convention oven, maybe. I guess I don't know. And when I looked at the oven, it's got this little oven thermometer like just hanging off of it that the landlady put in there, and I was like, I wonder why she put an oven thermometer there. Weird. Um, and as I turn on the stove to heat it up and all that, this stove does not heat up to the proper temperature. It's too low. And so I'm really trying to figure out. I set off the fire alarm because I had to turn up the heat, but then that like was too hot, and so I have to like the stove does not. It doesn't get hot enough. When you set it to 350, it hangs out in like 280, which is like a pretty big difference. So I'm gonna have to. And this was a problem because I was making energy bars and granola, and that's actually needs to cook for real, and it is not doing it. But I tend not to attack my friends with scythes. No doubt, no doubt. I have a language thing for you, by the way. Uh, I want to show you an artifact. No round cakes on stove that requires 360 degrees. Oh yeah? Uh, yeah, so I just wish my stove... I wish I could actually get consistent heat on that stove, is really what I wish I could do. Now I was told, so here's the thing. I was reading somewhere that convection ovens, right? That convection ovens, you don't need to have as high a heat for it to do its job. That does not seem to be the case, by the way. Also, if I say 360, it should probably go to 360, and it does not go to 360. Yep, no round cakes, 360. The amulet made on the site from the mural. This is a circle-shaped Holy Empire period amulet of silver. Interesting. I have something of a similar period, I think. Oh. Ooh. Yes, this is it. A pipe carved with the impression of a leaf. I've seen the markings on this thing before. On the side of my ship. Looks like there's something etched on it. Oh. Ooh. Okay, okay. So this is a pipe with a leaf on it. This isn't a word I already know. I'll have to make a guess. Okay, so this is a pipe. Oh, question. When they say pipe, what do we mean by pipe? Do we mean pipe like I hit you in the head with a pipe? Do we mean pipe like smoking pipe? Do we mean pipe like a musical instrument? So let's see, pipe. Okay, so we have Humer le pipe. So we have, okay, what do we have here? We have this little lambda signal, and then we have that interesting dot comma, which we've seen before, which we don't yet know, an upside down dot comma, a curly Q with two slashes. These two people. What does this mean? Ooh, ooh, that's a lot of new symbols. It really is. Ooh, a songbird would fit an instrument, but is this a smoking pipe or a musical pipe or an industrial pipe? It's certainly not star. It's certainly not star. That makes no sense. Luck? I don't know about that. I feel like not escape because I'm not seeing any kind of movement stuff. We don't have really anything that is related to this, honestly. Let's just go with songbird for now as a guess. We don't know, but let's just go with that. Yeah. Songbird? That's the ancient for nightingale. It's written on the ship's wings. Perfect. Actually, it comes from the same place as the amulet I found here earlier, I think. We've got a lot of leads on them. We've got a lot of the leads on the moon depicted in the Hermitage wall mirror now. This should make it easier to find. Yes, songbird, nightingale. Yep. So, if you've seen the merchandise, the pipe for your Sylvia amulet. No, I don't think I'm going to trade this. Thank you for letting me see it, but no. Something else, perhaps, another time? Well, but you have a, there. If there's more, let me look another time when my eyes have recovered. Let's show him another artifact, shall we? I found a few more items you might be interested in. Hold on to it. I've nothing to trade today. I'll have more for you soon enough. Okay, so we can only show him things every once in a while. Let's ask him another question. Another thing, Tappy, who buys all this stuff of yours? So we did find something about Nightingale. This is good. Respectable people, and a few Albereth rats, too. You don't know any respectable people. Look, I get to be a little bit snarky. Robots don't get sarcasm. No, maybe not, maybe not. But they know me. Let's ask another question. By the way, Tappy, how's business? It never booms. Somehow we all get by. I kind of love my home, by the way. Do I show him the crown, everybody? Do I show him the crown? Do I show him the crown? I can show him later. I can show him later. Are you happy with that robot of yours? I could probably adjust it a bit. Huh. Yeah, he did pickpocket me when he get here, so we're not gonna tell him. But he didn't know it was me. But still, I don't know if I want him touching the robot. Hmm. Can you change the primary user? These things run off their cores, but I'm told you can swap them out fairly easily. Who told you that? A mutual friend. Anyway, bear it in mind, Aaliyah. Yeah, I'm gonna, go outside now. See you later, Tappy. May your footsteps fall soundly, Aaliyah. Got questions. You are in one piece? You still have all your teeth? We have one new artifact to consider. Are you ready to go now, mistress? I want to see Oroi before I leave. Very well, mistress. Hey, we were pretty good at the Nightingale. Speaking of which, I would like to go to our inscriptions for a moment. Pipe with a leaf, probably a smoking pipe, right? So if you don't mind, let me go back to this. So this is a nightingale, a songbird, right? So, again, we don't know much about this, but let's keep in mind Nightingale Songbird. Don't forget to get the knife back. Thank you. Yeah, yeah, this is a songbird, right? So we're good about that. But let's all right. Uh yeah. Well, we're gonna keep this in mind. What was the city built to be? No one knows. Not a lot of people think about the past. I actually think it's some kind of pilgrimage site, to be honest. But, you know, Ori's Yard is this way. That's fine. But let's see what's up here. Nothing we could do. You're sure you don't remember anything from before you were buried? Nothing. I can barely recall my activation, mistress, and that was quite recent. I understand humans have a similar problem with memory. You're talking about childhood. It's true, no one remembers being really young. I mean, my memories go back to age 2. A robot being immortal is essentially always young, mistress. Or always old. Oroy's Yard is this way. This is some kind of holy site, I think. Some kind of pilgrimage site.
You could buy anything for any purpose.
Strong as oxen. Oh, strong as oxen, dependable. This is Oroy. Sheep? I'm guessing. Maybe not. Mistress? What is this lady selling? It's a work market. You barely remember school? I remember school. Workers? Just keep your head down, 6. I cannot do that, mistress. I am unable to close my eyes. I cannot be here, mistress. We won't be staying long. Toppy implied it was a laborer who found something in the fields. I'm not sure what happens to laborers when they get injured. I'm not sure what happens to them. Now, come on. Ooh. Is one injured? They all seem intact to me. You lost, Farwet? My name isn't Farwet. You look like a Farwet to me. And you brought my Meki with you, a robot here? Meki. You've got keen eyes, trader. Ha! The soapstone still has a spark. Tell me, soapstone, who are you to bring a Meki down here? What good are the metal things to anyone? Perhaps you're hoping to start a riot? They don't like robots. What's wrong with you? We're gonna try not to be too provocative. Did someone cut your heart when you were a baby? Cut out your heart when you were a baby. Ah, you're fearless, aren't you? I'd like you if you weren't such a Saleua. Better that than what you are. Now we're gonna be provocative. Saleua, this is my job, my profession. My mother did it, father before her. It's how I put my food on my table. Your kind won't be happy till only the Meki can eat. You don't look underfed to me. Yeah, here we go. We're getting into it. We're getting into a fight. What Salehua? We are causing trouble. This place turns my stomach too. It might have ended up like this if it hadn't been for Mayari. Ayameke. Okay. I've never understood Professor Mayari. You know, she brought me to Ajax from here. I was in an orphanage. And now she keeps giving me robots when I keep losing them. I really don't know what she gets out of it. Perhaps she likes to be kind, mistress. Mayari, kind? Have you met her? She's strong, she's principled, she's organized, she's fair, and she's as kind as a thunderstorm. I think the question is, do I talk to this woman again and provoke her some more, or do I not, you know? So that's the gate. That's Tappy's. Yes. We'll talk to her one more time. Yeah? I heard one of your laborers was injured. Accidents happen. There's nothing wrong with my stock. How did it happen? Carelessness. I'm never hiring to an Ioxian again. Your kind doesn't show respect. I'm not Ioxian. An Ioxian hired workers from you? We'll just not get distracted. And broke one of them. Do you know who it was? He called himself Renba. Friend of yours, is he? He's not welcome here. Interesting. Renba returned a worker with a broken arm? I need to talk to that worker. You see any broken arms in my stock today? You're saying Renba didn't return an injured worker? You want to hire one of my stock? What's the laborer's name? Whatever you like. Just tell me what Renba hired the man for. How would I know? I bound his arm. I didn't listen to his stories. I don't like this woman. How much to ask him some questions? Listen, Salahua. Your Oxen friend shattered my man's arm bone into a little under bits. The bits are swimming around inside his skin like hungry maggots. He's never going to work again. Like his leather, you're the last chance he's got to earn himself a meal. So pay your dues. That's what I said. Well, then let him go. How about that? He's not worth anything to you. I'll make you a deal. You take him off my hands for nothing. And you look after him. Yazi, get out of here. Okay, okay. I know, miracles happen. What time is it? Greet your buyer. Oh, hey. Ooh. Mistress, please. Good faith and greetings to you, Lycus. I'm gonna dismiss the traitor. You can go now. You're free of me, Yazi. What happened to you now is up to this one. Good faith to you, Yazi. Your name is Yazi? Lycus? How's your arm? It has been destroyed, Lycus. We were using a winch to raise up broken rock. The winch had been strung together from a few old poles. A big hook someone found. There was too much rock. The whole thing keeled over sideways. I jumped out of the way. Not far enough. Do not think anyone will hire me as I am now. What were you digging that you needed a wench? A hole, mistress. A very deep hole indeed. Where were you digging? Oh, his arm looks bad. Somewhere in Elbreth? No. Away. Away where? It's a mystery. We sailed to a moon. Elberth was visible in its skies. There was nothing there, but he made us dig. We found something. What did you dig up for Renba? I do not know. We had just uncovered a spar of wood. Then the winch fell on me. I was brought back here. Wood? Not metal? No. Not robots, then. Can you find Renba's moon again? I think so. I think so, yes. But not on a map. I will need to fly with you. You want to go back there? No, never. But I see you do, Micus, and I will help you. What was Renba looking for? I want to free this guy, by the way. So I'm waiting for that option. What did he find? Do you know? I do not know. I was hurt before he found anything. You're free to go now, Yazi. Go where, Micus? Is there anywhere else you want to go? Micus, I have been a laborer since I was a boy. What can I do? Let's go back to the ship. I don't want to go to the ship right now. We can talk there. Shall we leave now, mistress? We've still more to do here. I'll take you to Iox. Lots of people sit around on Iox. I do not want to sit around. I want to work. Alright, well, Wong will find something for you in the library in Iox. You'll enjoy the company. Micus? I've got questions, but that's fine. We're gonna go to Oroy's courtyard. Oroy's yard is this way. I will follow, mistress.
Oroy was my oldest friend. We'd grown up in the orphanage together.
Thank you, 122. I've got 10 minutes. This guy's arm. Ooh. Bad. We have to talk to Oroy. Unfortunately, we don't always get what we want, I know.
But I had left Elbereth and she had stayed.
This whole area's Oroy's, I think. What's happened to your daughter? Ooh. I'm gonna make that chicken tonight. My daughter thinks she's in love. Is she? She's a child, Aaliyah. How old is she now? You know perfectly well how old she is. That she's not old enough. Yeah, that's what they all say. The Catkiss Gate. How do you get all your tools and things through it? I had to give it my weapons. Yes, it does that. The best way for you to get around it? No idea. I have a Rebesky foil in my arm, so it doesn't bother me. What? Ooh. Never mind. Don't trouble your pretty head about it. Uh-huh. Did you fix that robot I sold you? No. Whatever it lost out there, it was really gone. I ended up borrowing a few internals from my collection. Disgusting. So you have a foil in your arm? It's not deep. It's only a small one. Nothing much. Just enough for the gate to recognize you. I'm going to describe this telescope stand first. And this strange telescope stand in the Cyclones. Wait. You sailed into Cyclones, Aaliyah. Are you mad? Do you want to hear about the telescope stand or not? Oh my gosh. It was your sort of thing. Do you use me to justify your risks? It wasn't that dangerous. Of course it wasn't. Only an enormous space storm 10 times larger than Elbereth. Did you even know if there was a river out? Alright, well, but let's tell about the crown. I found something incredible out there, Roy. Oh, did you? A purpose for your life, maybe? Roy, something wrong. Yeah, this is a bad breakup. What could be wrong, Aaliyah? You rock up here after who knows how many months raving about some great new find? What could be wrong with that picture? Hello then, how are you? Don't pretend to be normal. Just tell me whatever it was you wanted to tell me. This is awkward, everybody. This is awkward. I hope you're ready for this, Roy. Please, spare me. Mistress, you cannot be intending to give the Emperor's crown to this woman. Produce the crown. Look what I found, Oroy. Just look at it. Oroy held the crown gingerly like it was some kind of injured animal. By the rivers. See, everything is water with them. What are you? The right bulk for a basic power source. There are contacts under the rim. What is this? That's exactly the question. You want me to take it apart? All right, then. I'll take a look. Oh, this'll be a good place to end the game when we get the information. I cannot believe you entrusted such a find to such a person. Hey! It's such a place. Don't you dare talk smack. Such an action is almost statistically impossible, but you did it anyway. She'll figure it out. Whatever it is. That crown is a treasure of the Empire. And, oh, all Mistress Oroy will likely do is lose it. Hey, with no offense intended to Mistress Oroy, that is, you should maybe take Mistress Oroy's name out of your mouth. I'll let you know what I find. That's exciting. Maybe the concrete bath was for a reason. Look after the crown, Oroy. Don't let it out of your sight. Don't offer me advice on being cautious, Aaliyah. How many robots have you lost now? Robots? How's business? Slow enough? I'm not going to stand around here making small talk. Give my regards to Iox, Aaliyah. There is, how do you say, some unspoken things happening there that we are apparently not going to talk about. Apparently we'll talk about that later. Do you think Mistress Oroy can be trusted? Yes. I'm sure of it. Oroy's honest. She can't even lie. She can just be snarky, though. I'm just gonna say, you know. It's interesting about the ghost images, you know? We have located one new location, Renba's dig site. I suggest we turn to Iox and inform Professor Mayari what you have done with the crown. Shall we leave now, mistress? Not just yet. Not just yet. Why? Because I want to go to the gate. Hey, do you think, I have a question. What does Micus mean, Yazi? Better. Oh. I'm not your better, Yazi. I'm from Elbereth too. You are from Iox, I think. Just as the other one was. No, I'm from here. We're gonna see if Tappy will give us more information while we're here. You know, just because maybe he will. Oh man, this is just rough.
Cabinets glinting with gold and polished glass.
Now, my dear, what happened to you? I was just thinking that the water's light that we got on the description actually makes more sense if you talk about rivers and space as well. Yeah, I think so too, actually, right? I was hit by a winch. Ouch. Well, don't steal anything or I'll crush your other hand. I don't trust slaves. I'm very sorry, but I don't. I wouldn't either. But I'm not a slave anymore. She says so. Yep, that is correct. You are not. And also, come on, Tappy. Tappy, can I talk to you? I would like to talk to you. It does not look like I can. Oh. This place looks terrible. Well, I suppose I can only go outside. I suppose I can only talk to him later. See you later, Tappy. Yeah, I think... Take care of yourself out there. Yeah, I think this is, I think everything is about water with them, you know? By the way, I'm not going to just go to the ship because I want to go back to the gate and see if I can get my weapon back. Uh-oh. I just worry. How old are you, Yazi? 34, mistress. I began working the market when I was 8. 34? You could have been at the orphanage with me and Oroy. An orphanage would have been luxury. My parents sold me to her. Are your parents still alive? No. We're going to the gate. Yeah. Wait. I don't think we went this way. We've been many... Mistress? Exactly how many robots have you lost? They just keep giving me more. Look, we're going to just see if there are any other things we can find. And if there are, maybe there'll be inscriptions on them. Because, you know, we have not finished our, what's the word? Methodical walkthrough. And then we will go and finish the game. Finish our session for today. But, okay, good, great. So, do all Ioxians are given robots? Are they attached to his children, perhaps? Not from Iox, I'm from Elbereth. Yes, Micus, of course. My mistake. I don't think she likes that people keep saying that she is from Iox, because she does not. For some reason, there's no word for going down. The reason for that seems quite obvious to me, mistress. Waste receptacles flush outward. You know, this robot, Six needs to get over his classism. It is quite annoying. Is what I'm going to say, by the way. Shall we leave now, mistress? We've still more to do here. I need to speak to the gate. Set Bayaki, Rafar. I want to see if we can get the knife back. I don't want to go to Catkiss, though. No. I don't want to go back to Catkiss. Looks like we cannot get our, dagger back. That's annoying. Because I feel like it was important. I'll never get used to that. That's fine, but we're going back. We're going back. Just so you know. Okay, I guess we can go back to the fields now. Oh, wait, speak to the gate again. Haha, no, yes. Can I speak to the gate without going to Catkiss? Apparently not, no. We're gonna just do the thing and in and out. I know, I'm going. I just have to get to I just want to get to my ship and then we're closing. Because I don't want to save while we're here. I just want to go to the ship. Just take me to the river. Wash me down. I know this dagger. All right, we are leaving now. We are going. We are finishing. We're not talking to the gate again. We're going to just lose our dagger. Yes, it's fine. Well, everybody, that's it. We're leaving. We're finishing the game. Six, take nothing back to the ship. What does that mean? Take nothing back to the ship? Why would I say that? Why would I say that? I would say the Citadel is older than the slums. Of course it is. Slums don't last very long. Hey, why do you think we could say take nothing back to the ship? Why do you think we could say that? Let's not say it though. Let's head for the ship. Excellent, mistress. Well, let's leave the moon, I guess. This is where we end it. This way, mistress. So we left the surface of Elbereth. With enough new evidence to find a previously unknown site. Well, let's continue, shall we? This will be I think this is where we can end. Yeah. Yeah. Aboard the Nightingale, Yazi claims he can find his way back to the moon where Renba was working. We should sail to Iox and tell Mayari what we've seen. Should we? I don't know about that. You sure you can find this moon, Yazi? We're on our way out.
quite certain I can find the place where the oxen had us working, Micus. Without me, I do not think you would ever find it.
And what makes it so hard to find?
It is a rock. In a sea of rocks. But I know which rock.
You don't have to come. Show 6 away and we'll take you to Iox.
I will come with you. Otherwise, you will not find it.
Why are you helping me?
You see through me, of course. Please understand, I was strong. Very strong. Now, no one will ever hire me again. I just want to work. No more than that.
Well, then let's go. I was torn between I don't have work for you and then let's go, because I feel like we could have that conversation about work later. Guy needs a win. But I think this is where we end it, right? I think this is where we end the game. Can we do that? We cannot do that. Okay. We cannot end yet. I think we have to I think we have to go here. I just think we have to fly. Renba's dig site. What could possibly have found this close to Spiral? I could search for this site now. Yeah, thank you. Menu, please. This is what I'm saying. Menu. Great. I know you said it was the end. I walked away and washed some dishes. When I came back, you were... No, I just need to get into a menu so I can quit, and they won't let me. So I think I just have to fly there, then I think we can finish. PB, are you busy? Like, what are your Fridays like? What are your Fridays like? What are your Friday evenings like, PB? You're not busy? Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I just meant on Fridays. I can tell you, Thale left. This is 2. Oh, okay, there we go. We're going the right way. I will tell you. I will tell you. We'll talk.
I do not know, Micus.
Because you know,
when he took us here, he did not let us look out of the window.
Distracted by tangent. Yeah, so we'll I'll message you. But are you generally free on Fridays? Just generally speaking, just questioning, wondering if you're generally free on Fridays, or if you're generally not free on Fridays, you know. Let's, I suppose, go this way. Woo! Just, you know, just curious. For no reason, or maybe a reason. Woo! I know, because they wouldn't let me save. I think this site should be close at hand. Okay. Okay, so we are here. This is us. This be it? I hope so. Yeah, this is, what is this? Unexplored ruin. I think, I'm just trying to get out of here. I'm trying so hard. They just won't let me. Okay, we're getting close. I think this is our rock up here, and then I think we can maybe do it. Is that it? What we're looking for? It's beautiful, by the way. Settle the Nightingale 6. let's take a look around, and this is where we can save and like finish for today. This is our moment, I think. Renba's dig site, the moon Yazi has led us to, seems desolate enough. This is definitely where they're going to let us go. Then I can tell you things. Okay.
We trudged across the surface of a tiny moon. Nothing but dust and towering stone.
Is this it? This is it, Mike. But I couldn't, it wouldn't let me. It is quite remarkable, mistress. This place is actually worse than Elbereth. Much worse by Ameki. Okay, so this is us. We can now exit, right? We can exit. Ha ha ha. There we go. See? We did it. I cannot use my stream deck at the moment, right? So I've got to go here. That's it. We're done. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me and working with me through some of these inscriptions. That's been really good. I feel like we're getting better and better, and we are not 100% there yet, but we are slowly learning this language, and I'm very excited for it. And I understand that I am avoiding going back to see Professor Mayari, and maybe I shouldn't, but I kind of am, because I kind of would like a little bit more information before I go and see her. Right? That's all I'm saying. Yeah. So that's what I'm going to do. But, so let's talk as we do our outros. Today is Saturday. So tomorrow, the next time you can see me will be tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern over on Praxagora Mephorea's channel for Truly Madly Falkenstein, where I play my action alchemist, Adolf Brandt. And then you can find me after that on Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern over at Other Doc's channel for more of Lords of Gossamer and Shadow, which I'm finding very fun, very wholesome. And then Thursday, you can find me here at 6 p.m. Eastern, where I will be playing Probably Mutazione, which is the winner for the Excellence in Audio Award for 2020, which is the same year as Heaven's Vault. I just have to double check to make sure that I can actually play it, and if I can play it, then we will play it. And that's like 6 to 11 hours, which will just take us no time at all. And but then we can talk about it. And I have some ideas. And then let me see, what else do I want to say? Then Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, here for Seasons of Death Winter Out of the House of Ashes. I've done so much work on that, and I'm so excited for it. And I can't wait to play with Werewolf, but also to share this game with you. So that's all the spaces where you can find me. And in terms of streams coming up. So come and find me at Trooper SJP here on Twitch or on YouTube. And if you can, give us a subscribe. That would be lovely. You can find me at Trooper SJP also on Blue Sky. You can find me at Academic Foxhole on Patreon. We have a Patreon. And also at our merch store at Fourth Wall. And then you can hang out in our Discord. And those are rollers like 6 to 11 hours, 6+ months. It'll be fine though. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna eat lunch, and then I'm going to do some work on prep stuff, and then I will see you all tomorrow, maybe. If not, I will see you in the Discord where we'll chat. I'm getting caught up on the Discord, so I'm excited about that. Hey, everybody, it's been really nice. I was really sad to not have been able to stream yesterday, so it's really nice to be able to hang out with you all today. And I feel like we've got a lot done in Heaven's Vault. And thank you, Trig. By the way, before we go, I will not forget about the thawing chicken. I will not. Before we go, I just want to point out this symbol we have, which is the symbol that is part of the game's logo. And we're going to just note this for a second. We have that kind of location symbol with a comma. We've got that one dot comma thing, which I know means something. And then we have this thing that looks kind of like, which we think might be stars, maybe. And then we have like a verb and movement, and then two more of those things. The light-ish, right? So we've got, we're not there yet, but we're getting close. We are closing in on what this might mean. Well, I guess we'll find out more when we learn more, my friends. Take care of yourselves. I will not forget about the thawing chicken. It's going to thaw a little bit longer, I think. It was frozen, right? So I have to let it sit out there for a bit. Everybody, I really, I know that right now times are kind of difficult for everybody, and I get that. It is. It's difficult for everybody, but I will say it's important, I think, to make sure that you keep connected to other people that are not ChatGPT. And just know, thank you for being here, and take care of yourselves, and I will catch you on the flip side, everybody. Bye.